Welcome, 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 everybody, to Would I Lie to You? A pig's version of the classic hit British game show of the same name. I'm your host, Wooly Shackleton, and I am so excited for tonight's game. We have quite the lineup of contestants. But before we get to their introductions, let me explain a little bit of how our game works. Our contestants have submitted to our guest producer, Sam, this week, true statements about themselves. Sam has then read them, recycled them, sent them back to some of these folks, or she may have sent them a totally false statement. Our contestants have not seen what Sam has sent them. So tonight, when they open their envelopes, they will be reading it for the first time. The opposing team needs to figure out if that person is telling the truth or if they're telling a dirty, filthy lie. So, sound like fun? I think so. So let's introduce our teams, starting with the what is that? The Wendell Penisasses, the Wendell Penisasses. Miranda, can you introduce yourself and your team?
Yeah, hi, we're Wendell Penis Ass. I'm Miranda, I'm the team captain tonight, and I'll have my two teammates introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Jake. I'm on Wendell Penis Ass.
And I'm John, and I'm Wendell Penis Ass.
Mm-hmm. Great,
thank you.
Great. Well, welcome, WPA. Willie keeps it clean. Next over to Bowler. Bowler, how are you? And how's Pepper?
Oh, she's so awake, the most awake baby in all the land. I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. I'm part of the Flaming Hot Pantsos. Ooh. And I'm Bowler. And then these are my teammates.
Yay.
Eric, they won't say it.
They won't say it.
We are.
Yeah,
I'm Eric.
Peter is.
Their own name. Yeah. They won't. It's a long-standing agreement.
Perfect. So, shout out to Peter, our regular producer, who has he is playing tonight. So, Sam, the wonderful Sam, has taken over producing duties and has done a fabulous job filling in his shoes. Peter, because he's playing, has no idea. He doesn't have any inside knowledge. So if anybody, I don't want any of our unruly audience claiming favoritism or cheating and that sort of thing. So, all right. Are we ready to get into it? All right.
Oh, yeah.
First up tonight is John Ring. John, if you don't mind opening up your email. And while you do that, I'm going to plug, we have a show tomorrow night, the Sitting Ducks Radio Hour, tomorrow at 8 p.m. It is on all your pig channels. So if you're watching this, you know exactly how to tune in tomorrow night at 8 and watch the awesome, hilarious Justin and Mikey do the Sitting Ducks podcast. All right, John.
All right. So a nun guilted me into being an altar boy until I was 16.
This feels true.
You just said a nun guilted you into being an altar boy?
Until I was 16. Like staying in altar boy.
I heard 60. and I got really nervous.
Oh.
I didn't.
No, 16.
You were 60.
Now, yes, that is a cross to bear. That would be 60.
You can be an altar boy until you're 16 or older. My brother was one.
John, do you know the cutoff when you age out of altar boyism?
No, I don't actually. We have never discussed an actual cutoff age. You can be an altar boy as long as you want, all through high school. You can be an altar boy in college. I was like, fuck college.
Was there one particular thing that this nun said that guilted you, or was it like a perpetual, like, this nun was always coming up to you and hounding you?
It was kind of a I mean, it was almost like an organized campaign in a way. Yeah, it was kind of, you wouldn't want to, and your brothers won, and you guys could serve together, and so it was kind of, I hung in there.
What was it? A specific nun?
Yes.
What was her name?
Sister Teresa.
Okay. All right, I buy it.
Okay.
How old is your brother? How old is
My brother is he's 7 years younger than me.
So he made sense as an altar boy.
Right. Yeah, he was like just starting out, and I was hoping to kind of, age out per se. But I'll stay with your brother for a couple of years.
Older altar boy with like the leather jacket.
Yeah, right.
How
I was
big
the only
was
boy
your?
that smoked,
I'll show you the ropes, kid. Come here. This is the altar.
Yeah.
This
is where we keep the wine.
How big of a church did you have? Like, how many altar boys were there in your church?
Woo. Boy, that was a while ago. It was a good crew. Like, there were, back then there was probably there was 6 masses a weekend, and we always had 2 altar boys for every mass, and there were weekends you had off. So we had to have better than a dozen altar boys, probably 15 or 16 or so.
What times were the masses over the weekend? Like, what are we talking about?
Oh man, we had 2 on Saturday, which was 4:30 and 6, and then on Sunday there was a 7 a.m., an 8:30, a 10:30, and a 5. I still remember the mass schedule.
Well, you could just say you could just say times. That's not the same as proof.
Well, no, but you could check it if you wanted to. I guess. I don't know.
That's true.
Because I remember I used to hate getting the 7 a.m. mass. It was the worst.
Like, did you have to sit down, Sister Teresa, and finally, like, was it tough to get out once they got their hooks in you?
Yeah. Once I got my license, it was pretty much like I can't be an altar boy anymore.
You're licensed to be an altar boy?
No, my license to drive. Once I got my license to drive, I was like, I don't want to be an altar boy anymore.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, Peter, he already had his license.
That as like cut off.
I hope so. Otherwise, he was being he was being an altar boy without a license. It's a problem.
And setting a terrible
true,
for his young brother.
Yeah.
He was fully licensed.
This story just feels like. What did you say?
I just said I believe it. You got nuns and guilt. I think that's there's nothing suspicious about that.
Yeah, I know the story just feels like, yeah, didn't that happen to everybody in this like demographic?
Growing up Catholic.
Yeah, I think.
We never had nuns around, but I buy that there were nuns around John's church. John seems like a nun church kind of guy.
He does seem like a nun church kind of guy. Someone had to say it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The truth is out.
Truth is out. Is this my computer dinging? Do you all hear this too?
That's mine. It's my bad. Hold on.
We're turning it into a drinking game at home. Anytime you hear that ding, take a drink.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
There you go.
I was one behind. I did miss the last ding.
John, what's the most mischievous thing you did as an altar boy? Like, what did you ever like break the rules at all? Did you ever toe the line?
Well, we used to always drink the wine.
Was it wine or was it grape juice? Because at any church I went to, it was grape juice.
Oh no, it was actually wine.
Was it wine or was it Jesus, John?
Oh.
When I drank it, it was wine. It hadn't been. Nothing had happened to it then. It was pre-mass. Because they had to screw up. I remember there was screw-off cap wines too. They were so cheap. but it was like, oh, we could sneak some, and no one will know.
All right. So, Flaming Hot Pantsos, I think it's time to deliberate.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's the truth, right? Like, this is just a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really true.
Yeah. We're going to lock in true.
Locking in truth. All right, John. Were you an altar boy or were you lying?
Well, actually, I was an altar boy, but I wasn't
Okay.
an altar boy until I was 16, and I wasn't shamed to do that by a nun.
Wow.
All right. So
I
that was
wasn't
a
altar boy until I was
lie.
14, so.
All right.
So
That was a
technically
lie. That means no points have exchanged hands. So nicely done. That's how this game is played. It looks like Wendell Penis Ass is come here to play tonight. So nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you.
But next up we have Bowler. Bowler. While Bowler gets her email up, let me do another plug on. I forgot to mention tomorrow night with Sitting Ducks Radio Hour. Their special guest is Emma Sacchetti. So you didn't really need more reason to watch it, but now you have more. I think that might be actually over the top exciting for tomorrow night's show. And then on Monday, The Chat, our own talk show with some wonderful improvisers, is this Monday at 8. Again, if you know how to watch this show, you'll know how to watch those shows. So, Bowler, I'll shut up and let you go.
Okay. All right. I once saw a man rip a reptile in half.
What reptile was it?
Oh,
What's that? What reptile was it?
Yes.
It was a snake.
Miranda didn't even pause to ask that question.
Because my
That was
lizard brain literally
amazing.
went, I need to know what reptile it was
Yeah.
because there are many reptiles, and I need to know what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
What was the setting where you saw this happen?
The setting.
Yeah,
It was outside.
outside.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You exhibit at the zoo?
Did you know this person who ripped the snake in half, or was this just like a stranger that you just saw rip a snake in half?
No, I knew the person that I knew the person that ripped the snake in half.
Bagley.
No.
And
That's how he really won you over.
Everybody was thinking it.
And then the ring was inside the snake.
it's
Can you imagine?
That was the real proposal.
No, he's not that romantic, honestly.
But it was your promposal, right?
It was the promposal. That is correct.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I just need to know sort of like the overall story of this because I feel like I'm just going to keep asking questions for an hour if I don't just know the story.
You should. Well. Oh, sorry. You can ask questions. Whatever is easier.
the person you know. Go ahead, John.
I was just wondering, did the snake belong to the guy, or was it someone else?
Oh yeah.
No, it was just a snake that was outside.
Okay.
Like it was, like that snake belonged to themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Free range snake.
Wild snake.
Wait, hang on, Bagley. Can you bring in some pacifiers? I lost one roll under the bed. Just toss them in the room. Okay.
Pacifier emergency. Pacifier emergency.
If he walks in with a snake, I'm gonna.
He throws a snake.
he pulls it apart and pacifier.
Go to your sleep.
Was it one of Bagley's parents? Just kidding. Was it just you and this person witnessing it? Were there other people around to see the snake get ripped in half?
Good question.
Oh yes. Oh god. Just pacifier slug. Okay. There were other people around. So it was the person was my dad. It was when my siblings were there. My siblings were all like there too.
And were people afraid of it? Why did he do it? To show you what was inside a snake?
Yeah, it was just a snake biology lesson. How did you learn about snake biology? I don't know.
Well,
What a snake.
No, I haven't. I've been waiting for someone to rip one open and show me.
No, it was, so it had scared me. It had startled me.
I see.
And so in a protective move, a protective gesture, I believe was the intent. Yes. He grabbed it, showed it to me, and then ripped it apart.
I gotta know this. Does it take a lot of force to pull apart a snake? Was it a difficult task? Did he struggle?
Not to my memory.
All right.
I don't know.
I legit was curious. That has nothing to do with the game.
Wow. Tough one.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because, I mean, I actually have had a moment where an older man opened a snake in front of me.
What? Really?
I mean, my uncle. I know that sounded gross, right?
Is this your truth?
No.
Do we get it mixed up?
Oh, shit. A point for Wendell Penis ass. No. My great uncle was like, want to see something weird, and he opened a snake that he knew would have fish inside of it, I guess.
Oh, that makes more sense. Wait, snakes eat fish?
Some of them.
Really? Wait,
yeah.
Are snakes amphibians?
Oh, maybe a water snake or something? Or?
Yeah, they were water snakes. You lived up on in Monroe County, New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
But snakes are reptiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because I have. I mean, my dad also ran over a gopher, so I could see a dad doing this.
I just got to ask this: how many people on the panel? Are there any other people on the panel that have seen a snake ripped open in front of them?
No, well, that's true.
Is it just two? Or,
Yeah, just I saw it.
Well, I saw it cut open with a knife.
Cut open with a knife, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Jake, this question is for you. Did
Yeah.
run over a gopher with
a lawnmower? A lawnmower.
Jake,
It was.
Did you run over a gopher on purpose to show you what was inside it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was. I don't agree with it. It was tearing up our yard, and he had enough of it. There's definitely other ways to get rid of it, but he doesn't have time. I don't know, Miranda, John. Do you know their questions? I can't. I can't really. It sounds traumatic. Was it traumatic? Was it like something you try not to think about?
Yeah, like I guess that would be traumatic, right?
I don't know. I mean,
yeah. I think at the time it was just, I don't know what the. I was like, it was, it would be something. I don't think about it. Obviously everything's cool.
You're drifting to sleep. Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
I don't know. Are you guys leaning either way, or do we still have time to ask questions?
No, if you want to ask one more question, you can. If not, deliberation is great.
But that's just me.
I'm just weaving in and out of shadows.
I don't think I have any other questions. Do either of you guys have any other questions?
I don't.
No.
What are you guys feeling? Like, what are you feeling? Are you leaning truth or lie? Because I feel like there's truth to the fact that, like, I could see a dad being like, "Hey, you want to see how a snake works?" Or like doing something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
but it sounds like Bowler was scared as a kid, and he was trying to be like protective, dad. Like,
Or that, don't be afraid
this
of
snake
this.
will never
It's just a
hurt you
little
again.
snake, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I don't
There
know
now.
if it's my West Coast tendencies, but like my
Yeah,
dad,
well,
like if something like that happened, he would have been like, "Hey, like it's gonna be okay, like everything's fine," and like would have talked about it. Wouldn't have just been like, "Here's a snake, yoink!" Like, time to murder a reptile in front of me.
yeah, that's a good point. I guess I also have a slightly psychotic father. Not that your father is. Mine is. Well,
I feel like there were bits where I felt like it was going towards lie.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm picking up on like there being like a hint of truth from the dad thing, but like overall I think I'm
Yeah.
I will say this: the audience is really suspiciously not weighing in on this one, so I think everybody's a little bit confused.
They've all ripped snakes open.
That's what they're doing. There's a run on the local pet store to see if this is feasible or not.
Well, I think Miranda,
maybe the audience just knows a bunch of snake havers.
Yeah.
It's true. And they're just like, oh, this is totally normal.
Yeah. This is like the nun pressuring John to be an altar boy. It's like, what is it?
Yeah, I feel like these first two
back in the
being ripped in half. These first two stories are pretty like these like sound like they're truths. Whether it's their truths is a different story.
Yeah, it's true. All right. I think I'm with you. If we're leaning anyway, it's towards lie.
Towards lie, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we locking in lie, Miranda?
I'll go with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in lie.
We're gonna lock in lie. All right, Boulder. All right, Bowler. Were you telling the truth? And was there a snake ripped open in front of you, or was that a lie?
So I was telling the truth. My dad is a psycho.
Oh, man.
I knew it.
Should have.
In front of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yes,
well, that was.
It was traumatizing. I'm still terrified of snakes to this day. Actually, I'm like.
Yeah, I bet.
There's a few reasons, but that was one of them. That was definitely one of the incidences that. Yeah, a snake crawled over my foot. I was in the backyard. My older sibling was on this tire swing, and snake crawled over my foot, and it scared me because it touched me, and my dad was like, "It'll never touch you again," and then ripped it in half and threw the pieces, and that made it quite frankly.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was, my dad, it wasn't Pepper Kitty Tabby. Yeah, it is. He is part mongoose, so it's not his fault,
That's
right.
That's like the most Freudian story I think we've ever heard on this show.
It was upsetting. When I saw Sam producing, I was like, "This is the story I'm going to send to Sam."
Yeah.
Yep.
You catered to her.
That story's dedicated to Sam. It's the only reason. If it was you producing, Peter, you wouldn't have gotten that story. So,
here we are.
Here we are. Okay.
Well, I can really relate. Then we should trade some more.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
Our next episode, Would I Lie to You? The Dad edition. So yes, save them all. Yep.
Oh, sweet! I got some good ones.
All right. Well, folks, we're still scoreless after 2 rounds. So this is anybody's game. Up next, Miranda.
Ooh.
And welcome to everybody. There's a few people that joined in late. Yes, Sam is producing tonight. I saw that question in the comments. So Jaybird, the brilliant Sam, is producing and doing a wonderful job. So Peter can play. You ready, Miranda? It's all yours.
Yep. When my childhood friend's cat died, I told her that I could speak to dead pets and pass on loving messages for several weeks.
So this could be a
What-
lie about a lie
what
or a
messages-
truth about a lie.
What messages did she have you send to her cat?
No, it was I sent messages from her deceased cat to her.
Oh,
So, like, yeah,
what
like-
messages did the cat send?
Well, just like cute little like I'm doing good, like thank you for taking such good care of me, like little like nice like little things.
That sounds really kind of you. You were doing a kind thing, that sounds like.
I don't know. It sounds like you're saying the cat's much better off now that he's dead.
No,
So maybe it's not so nice. Maybe it's kind of cool.
it was a she. The cat's name was Misty. Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
did you keep up this charade of being able to talk?
It was like for like a few weeks. It was my friend Carly, Misty was like her first like pet, and I like seen Misty a lot when I like go over to her house. This was like in like late elementary school. And so like this was like the first like sort of like pet death she dealt with, and like her being like one of my best friends, like I felt really bad. And this simultaneously fell into the same time where I was really into like Casper Meets Wendy and like ghost things. And I was like, oh, you know what'll be nice in like a weird way because my brain doesn't work right. Like I can give like nice little messages from Misty to Carly and like be sweet.
So you came up. It wasn't like your friend approached you and asked you to get in contact with a cat. You approached your friend and was like, "Hey, you'll never believe who I just talked to. It's your dead cat."
Well, because we were like both into like the different like, for as much as like fifth graders can be into the occult, we were, and so we were both like into that sort of thing. And I was like thinking, oh, I can do this, and I was like, ah, yes, let me send these messages. Like I'm getting messages from Misty, and it was like I'm happy now. You took such good care of me, and so like I miss you, and like all this stuff.
Were you serving as like a conduit in front of your friend, or was it like passing on notes?
It was like it wasn't like writing like down like notes or anything. It was like the like sensing things. It was like child cat medium.
Okay.
It's like a ritual, like a seance. Did you light candles? They're like scented candles.
Not like scented candles, but
Open
like
can of
she
tuna.
had like if she had because they still had like some of like Misty's like toys still around. And so it would be like, oh, like let me go like let's go get one of her toys and like so like her spirit's here and sort of like pull that in. It was like
How
You
old
said
were
this
you?
this was like sort of like fifth grade, so we were like 10, 11.
Oh, I totally believe this then. Yeah, this is like.
I need to see this played out. Let me do this.
Fair, Peter. I mean,
I would like John to be your friend whose cat died, Miranda to be yourself, and Jake to be the ghost of Misty.
Okay.
And I'd like to see like how one of these encounters might go.
it's a little bit of typecasting, Peter, but we'll.
Well, let me get one of my cat's toys.
Oh,
Okay.
got props. Man, I want to shout out to the audience. The puns are on fire tonight.
The punch.
So like I would like get one of like Misty's toys and like I would hold on to like one side and Carly would like my friend would hold on to the other.
Okay,
And-
I'll reach out. It's good.
And so like and you would like we would like close our eyes and just be like, Misty, are you here? And then like I would Oh, Misty's here. I sense a presence. Oh, he's going good. He's really happy. She misses.
Hello.
Yep.
Do you have any messages for me?
So Misty wanted messages, but the friend wouldn't give the messages. A bad friend.
I'm sorry, I'm rude.
So you were in essence a dead cat answering machine. That's how this feels.
A little bit. I was also 11 and didn't think about like overall, because my main thought behind this was just like giving my best friend closure after her cat passed away, and this was like her first pet death. I didn't really think about like the semantics of like answering machine, like the cat answering machine, and being like, yes, communication.
How did it all come crashing down? Because if this was a sitcom episode, then there's the moment where you have to like reveal that you're lying, and like it causes some strife between you and your friend, and then you make up by the end of the episode. Did that scene happen for you guys?
Not really. I'm sure her mom or her parents probably like talked about things, but when it was just like us, it's sort of just like we like were doing that and sort of like easing and then things sort of like eased out, and then we just sort of like didn't forget about things, but it was like sort of just like went back into like other things.
You think her parents told her that you're a liar?
They were probably like, that's not real. But her parents also like sometimes aren't the biggest fans of me, but that's for other reasons. And so they're probably just like, hey, so Miranda's being nice, but this is not a thing. Well, like the kid's parents aren't gonna fight with like an 11-year-old, so it was just kind of like they had their like separate talk, and then like me and Carly had like our separate things.
I'm torn.
I'm convinced.
I'm kind of leaning lie, honestly. I think there's a lot of truth in there. If you want to go true, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'm torn.
Eric, where are you at?
I think I'm leaning more true than not true. I'm saying true.
Oh, Boulder, it's up to you.
I'm gonna go true. This feels
all right.
Like a really like a compassionate thing to do for a friend in the kid brain, being like, this is gonna really help my friend get through this. So it feels like a thing a kid would do. And time frame wise, I feel like we all went through that early baby witch phase before we became full adult witches. You know what I mean? Where we were starting to do experimental baby witch stuff.
Right.
So I feel true. Maybe I just identified this with too hard.
All right. So we're gonna lock in true.
Yeah.
Miranda, were you relaying fake messages from your friend's dead cat to your friend, or were you?
My friend Carly's never had a cat, and the closest thing I've gotten to with like witchcraft as a baby is like making those like weird mini potion things, but like never like the like everything. So that was a full lie.
There it is. Wow. There
Very
it
nicely
is.
done. I was totally fooled.
Wow.
I told me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You fooled a lot of people in the chat too. Nicely done. So, folks, we're still scoreless.
Wow.
We're halfway through this game with no score on the board. So, I'm excited for this because the next person up is Peter.
Oh, okay.
Peter is up.
All right. I am all set. While with my friends, I shit my shorts and jumped off the cliff so they wouldn't find out.
Oh, that's got to be true.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't even have to ask the question. I believe it.
Yeah, I shit my shorts. It's so poetic.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Like, where was this? Like, what's the? Because you said also jump off a cliff after, so I need to know where, when, why, how.
Not so not off of a cliff into like desert, not like Wile E. Coyote. This was.
I didn't think you like tried to like kill yourself after you shit yourself. That was what.
You know, in a panic, you'll do crazy things, but no, this was into a river. This was a cliff overlooking a river.
Goddamn, Brad.
That's good. You watched.
He did
I
stay in
missed it
air
'cause
for a
I'm-
few seconds.
Yeah. What part of what state was this in?
This is in New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the
So was it like
White Mountains.
Not quite the. I grew up like a little bit south of the White Mountains, but still pretty far north.
So just like this was just like
question.
Was this a large defecation, or was it a kind of a like how bad was this that you were trying to hide?
This was. I'm gonna get graphic, so cover your ears if you don't want to
Well,
hear.
that's what I was aiming for. I want.
Is
I want
Pepper
graphic.
sleeping?
Graphic.
This was a gassy one, so it was kind of a spray like from a paint can. So not that there was like a weight hanging, but there would have been a scent. I would have had to continue feeling it for the rest of the day, and there's always the chance that something might leak past the lining of the boxer region. So that is why I had to get rid of that. So it was not a huge defecation size wise. Emotionally, it was huge.
Sure. I bet it covered a lot of area too. The spray paint cans can get some distance, some area. Well, so when you jumped into the river, did anybody notice that at first, or did they? Like, was it away enough from people where they didn't really see you get in there?
Oh, get into the river.
Into the river, yeah.
No, people. We were all there, kind of jumping off the cliff on and off.
Okay.
It was a kind of cliff jumping adventure.
Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't like.
So it wasn't like it wasn't unusual that I was jumping into the river, other than the fact that I'm not usually the person who will jump off a cliff into a river. It's only under extreme circumstances, like this. So, yes. So no, it was not unusual that I was jumping. It was a little unusual in that it was me, but it wasn't super.
But like the time and place made sense for jumping.
Yes.
And was it just an outing with friends, or was there a special occasion for it, a reason for it?
It was actually two of my friends and our coworkers, because we all worked at the same golf course. It was a summer job, and we would take our lunch breaks off like over by the river or on this cliff side, and if it was a particular hot day, we'd swim, or in this case, jump off cliffs.
Then you'll go back to work wet.
Yeah, we weren't super busy at this job.
What was the job you said? Landscaping?
Yeah, we were at a golf course.
Oh, golf course.
But yeah, like the houses around there, we would like do the lawns, we would do the landscaping, that sort of thing. So it's kind of the properties and the course.
I see. Okay, so like the same people. Okay.
I'm contractually obligated to say this as a dad, but it sounds like it was a pretty shitty job.
I don't get it. Could you explain that joke to me?
It wasn't a joke. I don't think it counts as a joke.
No,
Bad joke. It doesn't have to make sense.
John says, "Here's the punchline," and then rips a snake in half.
Yeah, right.
Did you have a uniform?
We had T-shirts, but that was it. It wasn't anything like super fancy. We had like these light blue T-shirts with like the logo of the golf course on it, like around where the pocket would be.
How old were you when this happened?
Like I was in college on summer break, so probably I'd say like I must have been 19 or 20.
That tracks. Shitting yourself and then jumping off a cliff seems like a 19 to 20-year-old thing to do.
Yeah. Especially if you got to go back. Did you have to go back to work that day after you spray shit? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last questions, and then
okay. Wait,
some
but
deliberation. Yeah.
Were you wearing just shorts for the lunch break, or like did you have pants you put back on?
No, I had shorts for the whole day.
Okay.
I didn't have like I wasn't wearing. It was like I was on the Mo team mostly, so shorts were fine.
Okay.
Usually, but yeah, I didn't have other pants.
Mo team. Okay. All right.
How about deliberation?
Yeah. I could buy. I did the same job when I was probably about 22, 20 as well. And I mean, I used to get drunk on that job, so like, it is pretty easy to mess around on those kind of jobs. But yeah, see, somebody in the comments said Mo team, you'd want pants. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
so I definitely. I mean, if you're, yeah. Now, if you're just mowing, maybe not, because if you're weed whacking, you definitely want pants because you're gonna get rocks and stuff hitting your shins.
When you're out in the hot sun for like a 6-hour day or so, you kind of stop caring if you get hit in the shins with pebbles.
That's true. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is all reading like pretty true. Like nothing's screaming out like questionable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a lie.
Yeah. What do you think does it for you? It's just a feeling. Yeah.
It's a gut feeling. Yeah.
I'm
it's hard to read. Yeah. Like, I can't read Peter because I wouldn't play poker against him.
Yeah. He's sort of the mastermind behind this whole thing. So
I know. He could be the best
who knows what's being fed to him in an inner ear piece or something.
Yeah.
So, boy.
I could see it also being lie only because of how truthful it seems. Because I feel like Peter's very good at like delivering it and like having it come across like very true, and that's like surprise, gotcha. So I could see it also being a lie.
I will say, not that this helps anything, the most popular story told on this show is Crap Your Pants story. It just seems to be. So.
The most popular true stories?
No, just it doesn't
just
matter.
In general.
Just in general, there's been a lot of Crap Your Pants stories.
Sure, they're great.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the best.
Yeah.
It's an audience favorite, you know?
That and the
Okay,
snake
so
skin
John says
goes with
lie.
it, too.
Miranda, are you kind of on the fence, or you
Yeah,
think
I'm
true?
like on the fence. Jake, what do you think? Are you also on the fence?
I guess maybe, but I don't know. Now I'm leaning towards lie. Slightly, ever so slightly. So I don't know. I'm very easily influenced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have no inner compass of any kind, moral or otherwise.
Yeah, no, we can go with lie because John has like a gut feeling, and I'm always at a space where if I don't have any like strong leaning to
Yeah.
anything, I'll usually go with whoever has
Same.
like a stronger leaning towards things. So I think we're locking in lie.
Okay.
You're gonna lock in lie. All right, Peter. Were you on the Mo team? Do a really good spray, crap your pants, and then jump off a cliff into the water, or were you lying?
Well, first of all, I want to say, John, I can't believe you wouldn't vote for me. And you said that live on this stream. But yeah, it was a lie. Yeah.
It was a lie.
Oh.
Whoa!
Showering.
Sam took
Good.
one of my truths and then twisted it into the most embarrassing thing possible. So totally tracks.
Nice job, Sam. Nice
Totally
job.
tracks. Yeah.
I'll say this.
Sam the point.
Shit my shorts was a nice touch because
It's beautiful.
if you would have said shit my pants right away, I would have thought, lie. Shit my shorts seems specific, so that threw me off at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that means Wendell Penis Ass has 1 point.
We're on the board.
You're on the board, but we still have 2 folks to go, so it is anybody's game. Next up, Jake. It is your turn, Jake. Did he freeze? Did I?
Killed him.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna give him a count of 5, and then
I think he's being abducted.
I think so.
There's a bright light
Maybe
on
he's
his
getting
face.
his shorts.
I think there's a curfew in his town, and they're upset he's outside.
He just shit his pants and jump off a
He
cliff.
just did.
Yeah.
He just did. All right, so we'll reverse this. Eric, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. As a child, every night before I went to bed, I took part in something called the Pony Parade.
What is the pony parade? I need this explained to me immediately.
The Pony Parade was a small parade. It was me and my sister pretending to be animals and just sort of tromping around the upstairs of our house as animals. My sister was invariably a pony of some kind, and I would be other animals. But that was the whole parade, just the 2 of us.
So she would be the pony of the pony parade, and you were just every other farm animal.
I took liberties with it as soon as I could, and I started being any animal I could think of. And then I started being animals that I thought would ruin the parade because I think I resented having to be in the pony parade every night.
Are you the older sibling or the younger sibling?
I was the younger sibling. I didn't have a say.
And like, what ages was this around?
I think maybe like I honestly don't remember. I think maybe between like 5 to 7 for me, which would put it at like 8 to 10 for her. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's a tough one. So Did your parents like watch the parade and kind of cheer you guys on, or was it just sort of a thing that you just the two of you did in private?
Yeah, so they were the audience, the only audience, and actually, my mom had a role in the parade. She had to introduce it each night by like so. My sister and I would be in a different room, and my mother would say something like, "Oh my goodness, I hope the pony parade starts soon," or something like that, and that's what triggers the pony parade. That was our cue.
This is parenting genius.
Oh yes, it's a good way to get kids to go to bed.
I don't know if it was their
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I thought it was a great way to get kids to go to bed. Oh, is it time for the pony parade? Well, my parents would just say, "Go to bed." Period.
And was there like
parade.
a plot or anything to the pony parade, or was it just like, here's the pony parade, and then you and your sister just sort of like run around and make animal noises?
I'll be honest, we didn't put a lot of writing into this. Like it wasn't very well planned out. It was mostly just be an animal for about 5 minutes and then say.
It wasn't like, here's the dressage portion, here's like the walk around, here's like the song and dance. None of that.
For the costumes?
No. The whole thing was make a circuit as an animal and then leave the room, and that was the end of the parade, I think.
Wow. That sounds like so much fun as a kid. I would have thought you would like that.
I feel like my orneriness came from the fact that it was like it wasn't really a choice. Like I had to be in the parade, otherwise it wasn't a parade. It was just a pony. So
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I remember one
fun
time
out of it.
I remember one time being a snail because it was annoying and I had to move really slowly.
Can we see that snail now? I would like an example. I want examples of these animals that were in the pony parade.
I mean, it was me curled up in a ball, just like slowly rolling towards my parents' bedroom. I feel like it won't have the same effect as a full-grown man. It might not be cute. It might just be upsetting now.
It's performance art at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did you have any pets growing up?
Yeah, cats and dogs and guinea pigs and fish and things. They were never in it that I remember.
Oh, I was going to say, were they ever in it? I mean, not the fish.
The pony parade is a performance. It's people being animals, John. It's not animals being animals.
Why not? But I'm just, if I started marching around my house, my dog would start to follow me or bark or get involved somehow because they would just want to. So it's wonderful.
I think our animals wanted nothing to do with us.
Yeah, they saw what you did to that snake.
Yeah, that happened
God
at the end of
snake. It might have been torn in half. Good God.
Every pony parade. My father would rip the ceremonial snake in half.
What do you think those Christmas firecrackers are based on?
Oh no.
Man.
Oh man. I love this story so much.
I think I want it to be true because it sounds like so much fun. I can see his sister being like so serious and him just totally coming up the works by being a horrendous animal that's like goofing up the parade and stuff. That would be so funny.
I want this to be true also. The things that are keeping it from my brain from being like true is like, I feel like, because you said you were like roughly like 5 to 7, I feel like those ages, either you like want to be included in these things and you're like, oh, this is fun, and not like, oh, I like have to do this. And also I'm trying to think about like how many animals people like or kids like 5 to 7 like actually know. And it's like, how many animals would they be able to do? This is how my brain works. So I'm like, I don't know.
I keep thinking this is Eric, and he probably could do a good amount of animals even at 5 to 7 years old. Eric is a kind of.
I think I was pretty annoying and precocious. So I was probably being like, I'm going to be a yellow-bellied sapsucker today. So.
And then you'd bleat like a goat?
Yeah, I wasn't good at it.
Wow. Mm.
I'm also getting like true vibes from this only because this does seem like something that like Eric would be so upset that he had to be in that it stays with him to this day and is just like, I'm still upset that I was forced to be in this. Like if you like
through. I think I was upset towards the end when it was getting old.
All right, what do you all think, Miranda?
I'm personally feeling like truth. Like there's like a weird sense of truth in this. John, what do you think?
You know what? I'm just going to defer to Jake. He probably could guess better than me.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Jake was here for every decade.
I mean, sometimes we blur the lines between truth and fiction.
Yeah.
It started to rain and my computer crashed both at the same time. I'm sorry. Wait, can you just give me at least a sentence? I won't ask questions. What was this? What was the what Eric said?
I was in something called the Pony Parade every night before I went to bed as a child.
Jake, if you want to ask the question, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Were there objects you used in the Pony Parade? Like, did you ride a pretend pony? Okay.
No, my sister was the pony. I was a different animal, and we just walked around the upstairs part of our house for our parents to watch.
And Eric would become more increasingly obnoxious with the animals he would choose. So, like snail, slow everything down, or like just random animals just to throw monkey wrenches in the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see like my kid doing that. I don't know. Yeah. If you're leaning towards true, I mean, I have really.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you should. We all make decisions. I mostly make wrong ones. Yeah, I mean but without knowing too much more, I could definitely see like my 5, soon to be 6-year-old definitely does stuff like that, and he has his like rituals and weird random stuff he does. So
yeah,
right.
I'm kind of leaning towards true too.
Yeah, because also like I can remember like my parents like fully like I would put on like little performances as a kid, and they would like fully just like sit and watch, like mostly because they wanted to, a little bit because they had to, and so that's very on track with parents. So.
Yep, true. Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're locking in true.
We're gonna lock in true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eric. Was this another adorable story of your childhood that you bring to Wilty, or were you lying?
Guys, I was completely part of the Pony Parade every single night. It's a true story. It's a true story.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Pony Parade.
The Pony Parade. You know there was a theme song. There had to be a theme song. So, folks, awesome. Wendell Penis Ass just pulled ahead. 2-0. But we still have one more person to go. This is for, Wendell Penis Ass has won the game. I think that if anybody that's taken a math course, you know this to be true. But we are trying to prevent a shutout. So that's what this round is for. So Jake,
Yes.
you are up.
Okay.
You are up.
Let me open my email.
I will stall for you for a second.
Yes. Okay.
This annoying character called Ian Martin has been emailing me all week to see if I would plug his and that other idiot Jared Altmeier's show. It's coming up, I guess, this Wednesday. They're going to talk about casinos, and it's at 7 p.m. It's called Ian and Jared's Hump Day Extravaganza. So if you have absolutely nothing better to do, and I mean absolutely nothing better to do, you might want to check it out, just so these people stop bothering me. But anyways, back to our show. Jake.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. In high school, I was in a rap group called the Smooth Boys.
True.
That's our show.
Was this
Jake,
Yes. What? Sorry, it's I
you drop some bars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
right.
so from
Right
the
now.
actual.
What if
Okay,
you-
so you don't want freestyle. You want original lyrics from that time. Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Boom, boom, boom. Step up in the room. Pass the microphone, and we'll go to the moon because we fly so high from the rhymes that we write, and they so tight they make you bounce all night. Got a lot to say. His name starts with a J. How much? How hard? I got the answers to the questions that nobody knows, like who wrote the scripture and who built the Alamo.
Jake, no one's going to stop you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Somebody must know who built the Alamo, though. Like that can't be a secret.
Oh no, I know that's very easily found out. Yeah,
That was poetic license if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, that was poetic learner's permit, to be honest.
Ooh, we have a burning question from Bagley. How was boys spelled?
Boyz.
Of course.
Perfect.
It was.
Good.
Yeah.
The Smooth Boys. How is smooth spelled?
The regular way. Yeah.
I'm tempted to just lock in true, like, but
Yeah, don't need to fart around here. I think.
No, I think it's, I
this
feel like
is
it's
good,
true.
right?
Too. I have very little doubts
Jake,
about
did you
this
ever?
story.
Did you ever like? I don't think so. I think all I want at this point is to hear more Smooth Boys.
Did you ever perform anywhere? Did you ever have a show? Any gigs?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was high school, so it was all battle of the bands and like talent shows.
did you have uniforms? Like outfits? Matching outfits?
I guess kind of. Like everybody wore their own kind of tracksuit. So something athletic, I guess.
Could this be any more on the nose?
Did you have
That's where I want to go back
who were
in
the
time
other Smooth Boys? What were the names of those Smooth Boys?
Oh.
I was the pump master. The Vanilla Godzilla. PP, the Pakistani powerhouse.
I can't. Oh man.
Jake knows at this point that there's no way I am not saying true. So you could say whatever the fuck you want. I'm still gonna say it's true. I mean, I don't know about you, the two of you, but I will
He's
also.
only,
I mean,
he's
I'll
only
also.
making it truer.
Yeah.
If this is true, I want to Behind the Music's produced on this group.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll submit us to VH1. They still do that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
How did you disband? What was the breakup like?
I guess it's mostly just going to college, and so I probably would have kept doing it, but they all went to Ivy League schools and I didn't.
Where did anyone pursue rap out of the group, out of the original Smooth Boys? Did anyone else, get into
No. People in that scene,
So there's
but nobody in the Smooth Boys. No. No, there were other, rival rap groups.
Yeah, how many other rap groups did you know? How many rival rap groups did you have?
2.
What were their names?
Family Ties.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the other ones. Pissy. PISSC, Players Incorporated, some shit crew. What? Family Ties?
Well, I asked how was Family Ties spelled. Yeah.
Regular, like the sitcom.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
Were they related? Were they like a family, that group?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think maybe they were cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think true on this.
I'll say that in high school, I have these friends in high school. I had a group of 3 friends who had a rap group that was like only just barely ironic. This is weirdly plausible to me. Of course, I'm from New Hampshire. I don't know. Maybe that's a New Hampshire thing. Rap groups.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where are you from?
Upstate New York.
Yeah,
so like rural. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All white, except for PP, the Pakistani powerhouse.
Right.
So do we need to ask more questions? I've never had a team so adamant that from the beginning.
No, we literally got nothing to lose, Wooly. You know what I mean at this point?
Yeah, well, Bowler, you I mean, a shutout is a little shameful. I'm just gonna say.
That's true. In the archives of this game, in the annals of this game, annals. How do you say that word?
No, for pig it's the annals. Yeah,
it's annals of this game.
Annals with a Z.
It's with a Z.
Annals with a Z. So when it's with a C, it means archive.
Right. I forgot that this is like Quidditch and we're keeping track of all the team's scores throughout the entire year.
I have a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I think, it could, truth, right? We're just going to go true. We're going true.
Coming in with the hand signals.
We've said true every single time. Why break?
I don't think anybody said false yet. Nobody's awful.
And look, I'll say this too. If this is a lie, then Jake is my best friend and I don't even care. So
yeah.
Jake's my new best friend if that's the case.
That's kind of a win-win, Peter.
So yeah.
All right. Bowler, I gotta ask, are you locking it in?
We're locking it in. We're locking it in.
Yeah. All right. Jake, did you have a rap group called the Smooth Boys back in the day?
Peter, I hope we can still be good friends because yes, I was in a rap group called the Smooth Boys.
Thanks, God.
Wow. Wow. Those
so
lyrics.
happy.
Am I able to do this? You see this?
Yeah, you want it up?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It was in a book. It's all people who had cringy stories, and here's some of the raps I read. So there you go.
Hold it. So, what is this book?
This book is called Mortified. It's a book of people's their high school diaries, letters they wrote to each other, raps. So it's a compilation of really embarrassing stuff people did in middle and high school.
Oh, I want that book.
Yeah, they do like a live show series also, I think.
Do they really?
Yes, I've done the show about 20, 30 times. Yeah. It's been going on for a long time. It's about probably 18 years. So
wow.
Wow.
So there you have it. Bad rap.
Bad rap. All right. Well, so that's our show for tonight. Talk about ending on a high note. That rap, man, Jake. Bagley said there needs to be a tribute band, and I totally agree.
Sure.
Smooth Boys spelt with an S, I think, would be the tribute band. That's what I would go for. So.
Oh, hey, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Before we sign off, does anybody else have anything they want to plug coming up? Cool. All right. So, folks, make sure you tune into all of Pig's offerings that are coming up. I will say there is a level 1 running now, and they are going to be doing their showcase on, I had originally said June 16th. It is June 15th. It's a Thursday. So, and I'm hoping, not confirmed yet, but Big Venti may be playing on that as well. So June 15th, mark it down. This class has been working really, really hard, and you're going to enjoy the heck out of them. So make sure you tune in.
Oh, LG and I are doing a show on
July
July 8th.
15th. And you have a show on July 8th, yes.
July 8th, LG and I are doing a lunchtime show called Who's Around? We're going to pull people out of the audience to play.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
lunchtime,
12:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Lunchtime show.
Yeah. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button on whatever form you're watching so you get notified when Pig goes live. And other than that, on behalf of our guest producer, Sam, I'm Wooly Shackleton, and everybody have a fantastic and safe weekend. Bye, y'all.